morning friends and welcome to the Sheikh Khan's pre-market action. It has been a quiet day for the US markets yesterday, although we saw that the data as far as the housing stats is concerned yesterday came better than they expected. But despite that, there are concerns now that the stronger data would indicate an interest rate hike sooner than expectations in the US. Nevertheless, we saw that the oil prices have fallen yesterday on the back of the worries that the US and the Saudi Arabia might increase the supplies for the crude, and that has put pressure on the oil prices yesterday. And we saw also the energy shares in the US markets falling, which has overall led to almost a flattish markets yesterday in the US. What happened in the European markets? They have closed on a very stronger note, and currently also we have seen that the Asian markets almost trading on a mixed note, especially the Japanese market are trading higher because we have seen that the GDP data which came out in the Japan for the second has been stronger. The GDP data has been better than expected for the second straight quarter, and we have seen that the US dollar almost at a 2-month high against the yen, which has led to a strong rally in the Japanese market. Back home yesterday, what we saw that the FII flows in the Indian markets, we have seen the selling has been absorbed to a certain extent. That we have seen for the month of May, for the first 15 days, the FIIs have been a continuous seller in the cash markets to tune of around 5,500 odd crores. But in the last couple of trading sessions, we have seen that the selling has been almost absorbed. Yesterday, we saw that the cash provision figure for the FIIs were positive to tune of around 45 odd crores. DIs continue to remain positive. Yesterday they were positive to tune of around 450 odd crores in the cash market. Going ahead, let's have a view on the overall markets based on derivative analysis.
Good morning friends, we'll give an analysis on derivatives. In yesterday's market, with the mixed cues from the international markets, we have seen Nifty starting up with a negative bias of around 20-30 odd points, and later on it increased in losses. But however, in the afternoon of the trade, in the mid part of the trade, we have seen Nifty showing resilience at lower levels, and have seen a sharp bounce of around 50-60 odd points bounce on the Nifty, making a high of around 8430, 8437 odd levels. But however, around that level, we have seen Nifty again showing some kind of selling pressure, and managed to close on a flattish note, just down by 0.08% at 8366.30. Not major activity was observed in the open interest fund in the Nifty future. Only 1% build-up was seen in open interest, that is around 1.81 lakh shares were added in open interest, with increasing cost of carry. However, the cost of carry have came to the Nifty. Nifty is now trading at a premium of around 65 paisa compared to the discount of 85 paisa. The put call ratio, now despite we have seen quite whipsaws in the market in yesterday's trading session, we have seen put call ratio have dipped 3 basis points from 1.05 to 1.002 odd levels, and the Indian volatility index have inched higher by 2 odd percentage. After cooling off in the last two trading sessions, we have seen Indian volatility index again going up by 18 to 18.27 odd levels. The options activity we have seen a build up in both call and put in yesterday's trading session. 8,400 call option have seen 17 odd percentage build up in open interest. However, 8,500, which is the highest in terms of open interest, has seen a build up of around 8.5 odd percentage. While in put option at the money strike price, that is 8,400 put and 8,300, have become quite active and have seen significant amount of build up in 8,300 put option. We have seen 16 odd percentage build up in open interest, followed by 8,400 put option of around 40 odd percentage build up in open interest. Now the data, now we'll read this data. In yesterday's trading session, we have seen Nifty going up and have crossed 8,400 levels, but we have not seen convincing reduction in open interest in 8,400 call option. In today's trade, by SGX Nifty is trading positive, and we might see a positive opening. And sooner we see an 8,400 call option unwinding their positions, that means the shorts gets covered up. We might see Nifty going up and continuing the upward momentum. But unless and until we don't see 8,400 showing some kind of reduction in open interest, Nifty will face resistance at higher levels, and 8,300 would be targeted in today's trade. So the data of 8,400 call option should be watched quite closely in today's trade. There are two securities in buying period for today's trade, that is Century Textile and Indiabulls Real Estate. On the FIs terms, they have been net buyers in yesterday's trading session despite all the whipsaws. FIs managed to be net buyers in index futures of around 648 crores, and the open interest of FIs went up by around 3% indicating long positions was being created by FIs after 3 consecutive short positions which was seen in the last week. In yesterday's trade, some kind of long build-up was seen by FIs in yesterday's trade. Index options, they continues to be net buyers, and they participate in this type of market through index options, and they were net buyers in yesterday's trading session of around 1050 odd crores, while in stock futures they were net buyers of 327 crores and stock options net sellers of 66 odd crores. Our 5-day wave stands at 8250 with a lower range at 8250 and higher range at 8544. Higher range 8544 is our monthly scheduled break-even point on the higher side, and SGX Nifty is trading positive as suggested is up by around 32 odd points, indicating positive gap up opening can be expected in today's trade, and it's quoting at 8389. Thank you. That's it from derivatives.
Let's have a look at some of the trading ideas for today. First and foremost, Reliance Communication long idea for today, where the company's sale of the Indian wireless infrastructure assets has drawn interest from companies including the American Tower Corporation. The Mumbai-based business could fetch a valuation of around rupees 200 billion, which is around $3.1 billion, including the debt. The move will help to reduce the debt for the company, and the outcome is it talks to take over the SSTL in all stock deals. So we recommend to go long in Reliance Communication with stop loss of 67.2 for target of 70.6 and 72. Yesterday's closing price was 68.6. Tata Power came out with some very good numbers for the Q4. The results were better than expectations, where the PAT has been a profit of rupees 159 crores versus a loss that we had seen last year of 145 crores. So 159 crores PAT is better than the expectations, and we recommend to go long in Tata Power with stop loss of 74.45 and target of 78 and 79.5. Glenmark Pharma, the news is that FIs can now buy up to 49% stake in Glenmark Pharma, which has been released by the RBI. So we recommend to go long in Glenmark with stop loss of 881 for target of 925 and 943. The iron ore index has fallen yesterday by 3.5%, and it's now trading at $58.53 a ton. So we recommend to go short in NMDC with stop loss of 134.6 and target of 128 and 125. Government has released a draft norms for the gold monetization scheme, under which a person or entity can earn interest by depositing the gold metal with the banks. The new scheme, which would aid in improving the supply of gold, thereby restricting the import, as well as high premium paid on gold, which is positive for jewelry players like Titan. So we recommend to go long in Titan with stop loss of 372 and target of 391 and 399. On the news update, India has approved the acquisition of HVAC business of Hitachi by Johnson Controls. Government has allowed 23 PSU banks to raise capital through either QIP, FPO or rights issue to meet the additional capital requirements. PVR is in talks to buy DLF's DT Cinemas. The deal is valued at rupees 500 crores as per the media reports. Century Plyboards has announced that the shareholding of the company in its associate company with Century Infotech has increased from 50% to 75% on 19th of May. Consequently, Century Infotech has become subsidiary of Century Plyboards with effect from 19th of May 2015. On the other news, Lupin has got US FDA nod for antibiotic drug azithromycin. Center has secured approval to sell stake worth rupees 50,000 crores in the 20 PSUs. The PSUs in the pipeline range from ONGC, a 5% stake sale in which could fetch the exchequer rupees 13,607 crores at current price. Dredging Corporation of India, in which 5% stake would fetch rupees 53.2 crores. Other companies for which the stake sale approvals for 5 to 15% stake are said to have been secured include Power Finance Corporation, NMDC, NTPC, NALCO, GAIL, MMTC, National Fertilizers, Rashtriya Chemical and Fertilizers, Indian Oil, Hindustan Copper, State Trading Corporation, Indian Tourism Development Corporation, Engineers India, MOI, SJVN and Mangalore Refinery Petrochemicals. Results which are likely to come out today are Bajaj Finserv, the expected PAT is 697.3 crores, Bajaj Finance, expected PAT is 240 crores, Bajaj Bharat Forge, expected PAT is 203 crores, DLF Limited, the expected PAT is 164.5, Tata Steel 55 crores, JB Chemicals 40 crores, WAPCO 35.6, Gabriel India Limited 70 crores and TD Power Systems 8.8 crores. The watch list for today, stock with positive bias is IRB Infra, Wipro, Asian Paints, and stock with negative bias for today, Sun TV, Canara Bank, and Arvind. Stocks for investment, Larsen, Aditya Birla, Nuvo, Tata Motors, DBR, Infosys, and Ultratech Cement. That's it, friends, from Sharekhan's pre-market action. Thanks and have a nice day.